don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, check the last part of the video for you to know the next part or the next topic.
Hi, good day. Welcome to our math class. Today's topic is about nature of roots, discriminant. I will give you first an overview kung ano ba yung nature of roots, ano ba yung discriminant. We have here roots. So yung word muna na root. Ano ba yung root? Kapag sinabi nating root, ito yung sagot kapag nagsasolve tayo ng quadratic equation. So for example, we have a quadratic equation. And then, ang naging sagot dun sa quadratic equation after we solve ay x is equal to 4. Nag-solve tayo. Ito yung root. So, 4 is the root. Kadalasan quadratic equation, dalawa yung nagiging sagot. For example, ang isa ay 4. The other one is 5. So, ito yung naging sagot nung tayo ay nag-solve ng quadratic equation. For example, etong sagot na to, ito yung tinatawag na root or roots. Okay? Ngayon, pag sinabing nature of roots, itong mga roots na to, or itong mga sagot, we are going to interpret kung ano tong mga roots na to. So, may mga characteristics sila. So, later on, ibibigay natin yun kung ano man yung characteristic nila. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng nature of roots. Let's have the word discriminant. Itong discriminant ay makikita natin dito. Or yung formula ng discriminant ay makikita natin dito. You are familiar with this, right? Ito ay quadratic formula. Ang discriminant ay itong nasa loob ng radical sign. So yung b squared minus 4ac, ayan yung formula ng discriminant. Kapag may value na tayo ng discriminant, malalaman din natin from that value kung ano yung nature ng roots. For example, nag-compute tayo gamit yung discriminant and then ang lumabas ay negative 8. And then dito sa negative 8 na to, malalaman natin kung ano yung nature ng roots. So one of the examples nga ng mga nature ng roots ay for example ay real, rational, and then unequal. Na later on ay explain ko pa. So, yun yung discriminant. Isang mabilisang recap lang. Pag sinabing root, so yan yung sagot kapag nag-solve tayo ng quadratic equation. Pag sinabing nature of roots, so ito yung characteristic ng root. And then pag sinabi nating discriminant, so this is the formula for the discriminant. So, don't forget this. We have b squared minus 4ac. And then ano ang meron sa formula na to? Once we have the value ng discriminant, malalaman natin kung ano yung nature ng root. Let's try to solve the discriminant of these following quadratic equations. Yes po, we're still in quadratic equation. Ang discriminant, actually, madali lang to if you already understand how to solve by using the quadratic formula. Kasi mas pinasimple lang to. Ngayon, kung ano yung steps in quadratic formula, so ganun din yung step dito. Let's just have a review. So number one step is to make it standard form. Number 2 is to identify the value of ABC. Number 3 is to substitute. And number 4 is to solve. So parehong-pareho lang na quadratic formula, and ito ay mas madali compare sa quadratic formula. Kasi ito lang yung formula natin. Kinuha lang natin dun sa loob ng radical sign. So, let's start. Number 1, standard form. Naka-standard form na, so hindi na natin kailangan galawin yan. Number 2 is to identify the value of ABC. The value of A here is 1. Here, in the quadratic term. The value of B is 9. The value of C is 18. And then after that, we're going to substitute the value in the formula. We have here b squared minus 4ac. D, denoted as the discriminant, is equal to b squared. So the value of b is 9. 9 squared minus 4. And then the value of a is 1. and the value of C is 18. After substituting the values of A, B, C, we are going to solve. 9 squared is 81. 9 times 9 is 81. Minus 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times 18 is 72. Now we have 81 minus 72. And the answer is 9. Therefore, the value of our discriminant is 9. For now, we are going to stop here. Pero, hindi natatapos yung topic natin just by solving the discriminant. So, itong value na to, later on, we are going to get the nature of roots based on this value. So, kapag 9 ang value, ano kaya yung nature ng root? Next one, we have 3x squared minus 2x plus 7. Again, naka-standard form na. We don't have to change it anymore. Next is to identify the value of ABC. A is 3. B is negative 2. May minus. And then C is equal to positive 7. So after getting the values of A, B, C, substitute to from the formula. So don't forget the formula, B squared minus 4AC. We have B squared minus 4AC. Ang B natin ay negative 2. We have negative 2 squared minus 4. The value of A is 3. And then the value of C is 7. So after substituting, we are going to solve. Negative 2 squared is positive 4. Negative 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 7 is 84. Then we have 4 minus 84 is negative 80. So the value of our discriminant is negative 80. Again, later on, we are going to interpret kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin kapag ang discriminant ay negative 80. Let's have more examples. We have here 2m squared plus 8m plus 8. First step, standard form, naka-standard form na. Let's identify the value of ABC. A is 2. B is 8. And C is also 8. So after getting the values of A, B, C, substitute from the formula. The formula is B squared minus 4AC. Don't forget, the discriminant is B squared minus 4AC. Ang value ng B ay 8, so we have 8 squared minus 4. Ang A ay 2. And then ang value ng C ay 8. After that, let's solve. 8 squared ay 64. 8 times 8 ay 64. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 8, 64. And 64 minus 64 is 0. So that is the value of our discriminant. So magiging tanong dyan, kung ang value ng discriminant ay 0, so ano kaya ang nature ng roots? So yun po yung sasagutin natin later. Next one, we have 4m squared minus 9m minus 3 equals to 0. The value of A is 4. The value of B is negative 9. And C is negative 3. The formula is B squared minus 4AC. B is negative 9. We have negative 9 squared minus 4. And then the value of A is 4. And then the value of C is negative 3. Then solve. Negative 9 squared is 81. Positive. Then minus 4 times 4, 16. and then 16 times negative 3 is negative 48. So we have here negative 48. So kung mapapansin nyo, may negative na tayo dito because of the formula, minus and then minus given yon. And then after multiplying, 4 times 4 is 16, and then minultiply pa natin by negative 3. So that's why we have here negative 48. So tama po yan. So minus the negative 48. Ang gagawin natin dyan, we're just going to multiply negative and then that will be positive. So 81 will be, or 81 plus 48, because negative times negative is 48. 81 plus 48 is 129, and that is the value of our discriminant. And that's it for getting the value of discriminant. For our next part, we're going to interpret kung anong ibig sabihin ng 0, 129, and then yung kanina natin values pa. Now, ito yung table na kung saan malalaman natin yung nature ng roots. Depende kung ano yung value ng discriminant. So, the first column, we have here the condition. And then, the second column is the number of real roots. We have 2, 1, 0. And then, the nature. We have real, rational, unequal, real, irrational, unequal, real, rational, equal, and imaginary. If I were you, so I will pause the video first and then copy or take a picture of this table. Okay, so I will explain kung paano natin magagamit itong table na to. Ang first condition natin here is b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. So yung b squared minus 4ac, ito yung value ng discriminant. Ang ibig sabihin nito, so ano daw ang magiging nature ng roots kung ang value ng discriminant ay greater than 0 and at the same time perfect square. Ngayon bibigyan ko kayo ng mas madaling paraan kasi yung b squared minus 4ac greater than 0, nung ginamit ko to before, so may mga ibang estudyante na nalilito pa rin. Para mas madali nyong makuha, bibigyan ko kayo ng tip. So positive ito, positive, ito ay 0 and then negative. So to cut it short, kapag ang value ng discriminant ay positive number and perfect square, so ang number of real roots niya ay 2, and then ang nature niya ay real, rational number, and unequal. Or in short, RRU. So mas maganda na i-memorize nyo tong mga acronym, or hanggang dito lang pala. So para mas madali nyong matandaan. O for example, magbigay tayo ngayon ng number na positive and then perfect square. For example, 4. Ngayon, ito yung value ng discriminant. Ang value ng discriminant nung nag-solve tayo ay 4. Ngayon, i-interpret natin yan. Ngayon, dahil 4, malalaman nyo na ito ay positive at the same time ay perfect square. So, kung positive at perfect square yan, ibig sabihin ang number of real roots niyan ay 2. And then, ang nature niyan ay real, rational, and unequal, or RRU. RRU is for real, rational, unequal. So, perfect square and then positive. Ang kasunod naman ay b squared minus 4ac greater than 0, not perfect square. Or in short, ano ang magiging nature ng root kapag ang given ay positive number and then hindi siya perfect square? Again, for example, nag-solve tayo ng discriminant, itong b squared minus 4ac, and then ang lumabas ay 17. Ang 17 is a positive number, and ang 17 is not a perfect square. So, ano ang magiging interpretation natin kapag ang value ng discriminant ay 17? Therefore, kung ito yung value, ang number of real roots niya ay still 2, and then ang nature niya ay real, irrational, and unequal, or RIU. Okay, next. B squared minus 4AC equals to 0. Ngayon, kung ang condition, so what if kung ang value ng discriminant ay 0. Ano ang interpretation natin doon? Kung ang value ng discriminant ay 0, ang number of real roots niya ay 1. And then, ang nature ay real, rational, or equal, or we can simply have RRE, real, rational, equal. What if the value of the discriminant is less than 0? Or in short, what if the value of the discriminant is a negative number? Ito, tandaan nyo, basta negative yung lumabas na discriminant, 0 imaginary. So, dapat matandaan nyo yun, ma-memorize nyo. Kapag, for example, we have negative 3. Negative ang value ng discriminant, therefore 0 imaginary yan. So, number of real roots ay 0, and then ang nature ay imaginary. Okay, let's have a recap. Kapag positive perfect square ang discriminant, ang number of real roots ay 2, and then ang nature ay RRU. RRU. Real, rational, and equal. RRU. Kapag ang value ng discriminant ay positive, pero hindi naman perfect square, ang number of real roots ay 2, and then ang nature ay RIU. Real, irrational, unequal. RIU. The next one is, kapag ang value ng discriminant ay 0, ang number of real roots ay 1, and then ang nature ay real, rational, equal, or RRE. RRE. Real, rational, equal. And last one, kapag ang value ng discriminant ay negative, any negative number, automatic, ang number of real roots ay 0 and then imaginary. Any negative number na value ng discriminant, 0, imaginary. We have here the values of the discriminant na kinuha natin or sinolve natin kanina, 9, negative 80, 0, and then 129. Ngayon, I will help you to visualize yung table kanina. Okay? Kung matatandaan natin, dun sa table, nahati yun bali sa 3 column. The condition sa unang column, and then we have here the number of real roots at saka yung nature. So, i-visualize po ninyo. And then yung unang row, ang nakalagay doon ay positive and then perfect square. Ngayon, kapag positive at perfect square, so ang number of real roots niya ay 2, and then yun ay RRU. Ano yung RRU? Real, rational, and equal. So that's it for positive and then perfect square. And then yung pangalawang row, ang nakalagay naman doon ay positive pero hindi perfect square. Ngayon, ang nasa second column nun ay 2 pa rin, yung number of real roots, and then yung nature niya ay RIU. Ang RIU ay real, irrational, unequal. And then the third one is 0. Kapag ang discriminant daw ay 0, so ang number of real roots nun, if you're going to visualize, ay 1. And then ang nature ng roots niya ay RRE. RRE ay real, rational, equal. And then the last one ay yung pinaka-bottom part, kapag negative yung value ng discriminant. Kapag negative ang value ng discriminant, automatic 0 ang real roots and then imaginary. So you try to visualize. Okay? Ngayon, we have here the value of the discriminant, and then ang gagawin lang natin is to give the number of real roots and then kung ano yung nature niya. And then, syempre, i-interpret natin or i-observe muna natin kung ano yung value. Now, we have here 9. Okay, analyze muna natin. Ang 9 ay positive number and ang 9 ay perfect square. So, therefore, kung positive, kapag positive, ilang real roots yon? So, kapag positive, we have 2 number of real roots, and then, ano ang nature? So, nandun siya sa pinakataas na part. So, positive na perfect square. So, that is R, R, U. RRU stands for real, rational, and unequal. RRU. Next one is negative 80. Again, negative. Kapag negative, nasa pinakailalim. Kapag negative ang value ng discriminant, automatic 0, imaginary. Again, negative ang value ng discriminant, 0, imaginary. We have here 0. Ano ang nature ng roots at ilan ang number of real roots kapag 0? So 0, nandun yan sa pangatlong row. So yan ay isa lang ang number of real roots. And then ito ay R, R, E. Or real, rational, equal. RRE. Ang 0 po ay nasa pangatlong column or pangatlong row rather. Next one is 129. So ang 129 ay positive. Kapag positive ang number, automatic dalawa ang real roots agad niyan. So be it perfect square or not perfect square, basta positive ang discriminant, dalawa ang real roots. Ang aalamin lang natin ngayon ay kung perfect square ba siya or hindi. Ang 129 ay hindi perfect square. Ngayon, ito ay nandoon sa pangalawang row. Ito ay R, I, U, or real, irrational, and unequal. This time, we're going to start from the very beginning. So, dun muna tayo mag-start sa given na quadratic equation. So, kukunin muna natin yung value ng discriminant from this equation. And then, once we have already the value of the discriminant, we're going to interpret. Alamin natin kung ilang real roots and then kung ano ang nature. So, the first step here is standard form. So, okay na. The second one is to identify the value of ABC. Ang value ng A ay 3. And then we have B as negative 5. And C is equal to 4. After that, we're going to substitute the value. Ang formula natin ay B squared minus 4AC. Substitute. Ang B ay negative 5 squared minus 4. Ang value ng A ay 3. And then, ang value ng C ay 4. After that, we are going to solve. Negative 5 squared is 25 minus 4 times 3 is 12. And then 12 times 4 is 48. And 25 minus 48 is negative 23. Therefore, the value of discriminant is negative 23. Pero hindi pa natatapos dito. After natin makuha yung value ng discriminant, we are going to interpret. Ngayon, makikita nyo negative. So, nandun yan sa pinakailalim na part ng table. So, kapag ang value daw ng discriminant ay negative, so, ibig sabihin, ang number of real roots ay 0, and then yan ay imaginary. And that's it. So that is our topic about nature of roots and discriminant. Thank you for watching.